So, one of the things I've always hated about sanding guitar finishes is the fact that the sandpaper clogs up so quickly. Especially when I'm doing nitro finishes and I'm sanding in between coats, when the finish is still quite soft, it just takes a couple passes for the sandpaper to look like this. And I used to need at least several sheets of a certain grit to sand just a single guitar. So I was very happy when I discovered these. This is called Abranet, and it's made by Merca, a company from Finland. And basically it's a sanding mesh. So it doesn't have any backing material like paper or linen, and you can see right through it. And the main advantage there is that any sanding dust doesn't sit on top of it like it does with regular sandpaper, but it goes right through it. So to illustrate how well it works, I took this Telecaster body that I'm working on. It's had a couple coats of primer, and I'm now in the process of flattening it before I apply the next few coats. And I'll take this piece of 400 grit sandpaper and do a couple passes and show you what it looks like. So as you can see, just a couple passes later, it's completely clogged up here, and if I were to do a couple more passes, it would just not be usable anymore. So this is the 400 grit Abranet. I've already used this on a couple guitars, so it's kind of beat up, but doesn't really matter for this example. So there's just a little bit of buildup between the fibers. It's not sitting on top of it. And as you can see, it's completely clean and ready to be used again. So the only disadvantage to these is that there's a Velcro-like material on the back, which makes sense because it's meant to be attached to the Merca sanding machines and sanding blocks. So it's a little bit less flexible than regular sandpaper, but if you really think that's a problem, you can also get one of the Merca sanding blocks and just attach it to it. Now they make these in different grits, up to 600 grit, and after that I'll be wet sanding anyway, so the clogging won't be too much of a problem anymore. So if you're planning on sanding a guitar finish anywhere in the near future, be sure to check out Abranet. It's great and it'll definitely make your life a lot easier.